Morning. Let's guys, we start now with the following quizzes. I have combined first conditional with second conditional exercises. So please join that quizzes and we're going to start it in 1 minute so we can start checking well different content and answers about it. Okay, please, you can start now. Okay, 2 more minutes for the quizzes activity, and then we start checking well the following exercises in your board. Okay, 2 more minutes and then we close that activity. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, guys, was checking students, correct? Thank you for your answers. Now, guys, let's go to the workbook activity that we have to complete. So as I was explaining yesterday, we worked the exercises about vocabulary, about, doctor, health, etc. So we already answered all these activities. Now, guys, what are we going to do? We're going to pass with the next exercise in which we are going to start right here. And we're going to drag the words to complete the parts of the sentences. So what are these, guys? These are basically, as you will see, expressions to give opinions. So in the student book, we go there for seconds so you can check these opinions, this kind of vocabulary. We have, for example, the answers such as personally, I think, as I see it, in my view, I also think, or I would say, okay? These are probable answers that you could have for this activity right here. So guys, what are we going to do now? We're going to start with the first exercise on page 59. And our purpose today is to finish at least the first 3 exercises. Tomorrow we do the Padlet activity and some other exercises of review. And on Friday we have our graded quiz. So just turn out with the first exercise now, like this one, in which we are going to complete this. Okay, Mr. Maduro, please start with the first line. It says in etc. I etc. say that all schools etc. So your answer for that is okay. Let's check. We have an answer in the chat. In conclusion, could be. Thank you. So I would say that all schools. Thank you, Mr. Maduro. Correct. Now the next student, Mr. Tang. What about the next line? In my etc. It makes you analyze. What's the missing word in this second example? Just give me 1 second, guys, and start checking all these answers. And here we are. Thank you. View, correct, exactly. It's view. The answer was exactly view, as you will see exactly here. As you were saying, it was exactly view. So Let's go now to the parking hearing, which we had in this case in my view. It makes you analyze what exactly? Thank you, correct. Now, what about the answer in that case with number 3? What's the answer in the case of number 3? I, etc. Personally, thank you, Mark. I personally think that studying philosophy, etc., etc. Then the last 3 answers. What's the parole answer that we should include before I really enjoyed? Ideas for also. The Castro correct, we could say also, comma, I really enjoyed it, I really enjoyed whatever. And the last 2 are, as I see it, the study of philosophy, etc., etc. So please, I'm going to give around like 1 minute so you can
Mister,
advance with the next exercise.
¿puede poner pantalla completa un ratito?
Sí, por supuesto. Un segundito.
Ya. A ver, vamos a ver, todos tienen cámara prendida. Bueno, Ariana tiene problemas. María Ordeños. Ordóñez, ¿qué pasa con Ordóñez? Escoto, prenda su cámara,
no
por
me ha
favor.
justificado, el señor Escoto nunca responde, una
Escoto,
cuestión de todo,
es
de todo el
segunda
año
vez
escolar,
que yo
he
llamo la atención a
informado,
Escoto.
el señor nunca responde, nunca dice nada, es como que
Ya,
no
mándelo,
estoy-
mister, mándelo a sala de espera a Escoto, si no prende la cámara. Que se vaya a sala de espera. Ya es la segunda vez que ingreso y veo con la cámara apagada a Escoto. No nos quiere ayudar. Ya.
Ok.
Ok, mister. Pásese el temita.
Ok.
Ya, mister. Muchas gracias.
Ok. Okay, so as I was saying, these are the expressions for giving your opinion. So let's go now to number 2. Okay, exercise. So as you can see here, we have this little dialogue about philosophy should be a compulsory school subject. When it says compulsory, it means like what we say in Spanish, like obligatorio. That's the idea on compulsory. Okay. So what are we going to do now here? We're going to advance now with the following. We have to complete this. So with the correct expressions. So in that case, I'm going to ask now, this could be for Ms. Romero, please. Could you read this paragraph, but include the correct answer, okay? I mean, the missing information.
It's always isn't on the parade at my school, but the philosophy club is one of the extracurricular activities you can go to the after school. Mr. Long, as a story teacher, runs to the club and its members meet every Tuesday for an hour. They discuss a different question each week. So what makes an action right or wrong? I started going to it a few weeks ago.
Okay, and then the answer for that one is?
I personally think that the philosophy is unknown. Also, I really enjoy it, and I think philosophy is a useful subject to teach at the school.
Let's check, because we have an answer of Mark in the chat, which says, in my view, it makes you analyze. Okay, we're going to compare which is a correct answer between Mr. Morante and Ms. Romero. In that case, I think, well, that the correct answer is, of course, I really enjoy it. And I think philosophy is useful subject to teach at school. Correct, guys? Thank you. And next student who is going to read, okay, I'm going to ask next one to, this could be an answer for Ms. Canessa, for example. Which one do you think is the correct answer for number 2? Let's see, a good answer could be, thank you. As I see it is interesting. Let's check if this is correct. Not exactly, it's very, we say that personally I think that studying philosophy is interesting and stimulating. Its name comes from the Greek for the love of wisdom. Correct, then let's go now to number 3. Number 3 could be for Mr. Borges. Mr. Borges, number 3. The answer is, etc., things that you wouldn't normally think about. Which are the things that you wouldn't normally think about? Ideas for that? Okay, let's ask now to Ms. Vaccaro. Ms. Vaccaro, the line in things. What do you think is the correct answer? Thank you. I have an answer in the chat. Let's wait for the answer of Ms. Vaccaro so we can complete this number 3. Correct, thank you. Remember, in that case, we have, in my view, it makes you analyze things that you wouldn't normally think about. Next one is, of course, as I see it, and finally, in conclusion, I would say that all schools have philosophy on their curriculum. Okay, so you can start out, okay, working this part. I'm going to give you like this minute. So as you can see, these are expressions, vocabulary that we use to introduce ideas and well, our opinions most of the time. So please try to keep them, and because you are going to use them in the writing part of this workbook page. Okay. So thank you so much for your answers, and we check them in a minute. And that's all for now. Thank you so much. We close all this and then we go to the next activity, which is going to be here, number 3. So as you can see in number 3, I'm going to ask now, this is question for Mr. Karian. Mr. Karian, what is the correct answer right there? You would say something like, you must learn philosophy at a school, you shouldn't learn, or you don't have to learn philosophy at a Jake school. So your answer for that is? See in the chat, correct. We could say you must. Let's check, and not exactly, because he says that it should be compulsory, a compulsory school subject, not that it is now a compulsory school subject. So it's very, if we say you don't have to learn philosophy at school, so it's optional. So next one, after, correct, Ms. Brittany Castro, we could say, don't worry, Mr. Karian, it's okay. The philosophy club meets before, during, and after. So the correct answer in that case, as Ms. Brittany Castro says, after the school day. So next one, Jake has recently joined, has never joined, or wants to join the philosophy club. So your answer for Jake here is, what about Jake and his relation with the philosophy club? Has he just recently joined? Which is, I think, correct. Has recently joined. Correct, guys. So what about the next one? Jake thinks philosophy stimulates thought, makes you think strange thoughts, or gives you answers. What do you think is a correct idea here for philosophy and Jake? Let's wait for your ideas. And let's check this. Correct. Thank you so much. Remember, in this case, it stimulates a thought. That's the idea that Jake is giving us. Then the final one that says, he believes that you will be better at debating if you study philosophy. Correct. And the final one, which says that Jake wants every school to have a philosophy club or to teach philosophy or be interested? That question is for, see, okay, let's wait. Well, and if you guys who could answer this one, I don't want to choose someone else, so let's see who's first to answer this. Wants every school to do what exactly? To check in the chat. Thank you, Mr. It's correct. We consider that this is to teach philosophy, as the title says, something that, according to the opinion of Jake, should be compulsory. Okay, compulsory means like obligatorio. Like say the compulsory, just in case you don't know it. So, okay, guys, I'm going to give you like 1 minute so you can include these expressions and, well, sorry, these answers in your workbook activity. And after that, we do something else that I'm going to explain in a minute. Okay, so we move now to the activity number 4. I thought we were going to do this tomorrow, but we still have plenty of time, so we're going to work this today. In this activity, guys, it says that you have to write an opinion adjective. Well, if we were to, you know, like in school right now, you would be working this, a lot of this opinion adjective, because that's one of the topics that we have to cover in your, well, in the school year that you are right now. So what you're going to do with this is to write an opinion adjective such as this one that we have here. I'm going to give you this, this example, this, as you can see here, this model. I'm going to upload it in the activity of Padlet that you're going to do, so you have an idea of more or less how to write this kind of exercise, okay? So that's one of the things that we're going to do now. You have to write like this structure, okay? And you have to write what? You have to write an opinion adjective. What is an opinion? An opinion essay. It's a short essay in which you have to include your opinions about a topic, which you can, of course, give opinions about. I don't know, climate change, coronavirus, whatever. So these are topics that you can give your own opinions, your own views about that, okay? And you have to include, as you can see, these expressions. And in the first paragraph, okay, I'm going to give you the explanation of what you have to do. In paragraph number 1, you have to introduce a topic and give your opinion. In paragraph number 2, give a reason for your opinion, okay? Let's suppose, I think that, or as I see it, global warming is one of the most dangerous, etc., in the world, etc., and it can affect human life because of this. Then in the second paragraph, you give reasons for your belief, such as, I don't know, I believe that global warming is going to cause, I don't know, mass destruction because it can cause many floods and etc. And the final paragraph number 3, you give another and the last opinion to support paragraph number 1, okay? So that's basically the idea between these 3 first paragraphs, paragraph number 1, paragraph number 2, paragraph number 3, and in the final paragraph number 4, you give a conclusion, okay? In which you are basically closing your paragraph. You can give some recommendations about a way to fight, I don't know, the problem or your final opinion about this. So this is a structure, basically 4 paragraphs, more or less 100 or between 100 and 150 words, and that's it. Nothing more than that. You can include more or less this structure, and that's what we are going to do now. I'm going to upload this as a screen capture in your Padlet activity. And what you're going to do is you're going to write not about these topics. You can write about any other topic that you want. If you want to include about these topics, such as school bans the use of mobile phones, or schools should or shouldn't only drink water with children, I mean, you can do that. There is no problem. So I'm going to open the Padlet activity in this moment, so you can send it. I'm going to attach it to your classroom, so you can start working on it. Please, students who write or copy their essays out of the internet will be graded 0. So, well, you're warned about it. So that's something that you should not do at all. So let's start here. Okay, I have a problem. Let me just this and here we go. Okay, in that case, I'm going to open it right now. So I'm going to leave this activity open in your classrooms, okay? So you can work it today or later also. So remember, this is a opinion essay of the workbook page. Let me remember which was a workbook page numbered 59, okay? So the activity that you're going to do now, active workbook 59, okay? Write your opinion essay following the model that I'm going to upload in a minute, and about any topic that you consider interesting. So let me write here authorship, and that's all that we are going to do now. I think we can start this. I'm going to share the link so you can start. You can join the quizzes activity. Okay, I'm going to send it right now in the chat. So please, you can join and start working on that. Okay, so remember, I'm going to create a task 2. You're going to send it in evidence when you finish this, okay? Remember, opinion essay, Padlet. Evidences, remember captures as we have done before, and this is of course for 10 points. And this should be sent today, okay? So I'm going to upload the model right now so you can have it and you can compare it so you can work it in a better way. Okay, and this is a model that you have to follow, as you can see right here. Okay, it's already uploaded as the first book, the first item here in European Essay Workbook 59. This is the model that you have to follow. You have to write, of course, around 4 paragraphs. And as you can see, paragraph number 1, it's your opinion. And then you support your opinions in 2 and 3. And then you close with a conclusion in which you can give a recommendation, some solution, or your final opinion in the last one, please. You can see the works here that have been highlighted. You need to include that kind of works too. That's the purpose of the exercise, okay? So that's all for now. So look, that's it, I think. And you can, you can send the task right now for you. Please don't forget about it. And well, that's all for now, guys. Thank you so much for your time. And guess I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.